The thought exchange, the choice behind the feeling. This is a story about three Angelteers who arrive at a market where people trade painful thoughts as if they were permanent possessions. Their 20th miracle-minded adventure begins when they discover that familiar thoughts can be questioned, and another choice is always possible. The three Angelteers entered Thought Market. Vendors called from every stall. Fresh worries, old resentments, 3 regrets for the price of 2. Spider Monkey stopped. This market has terrible advertising. A merchant handed him a card. This will never work. Spider read it. His shoulders dropped. That is surprisingly effective. Across the market, villagers carried cards everywhere. I am not good enough. They should have treated me better. Something bad is coming. Howler Monkey noticed a woman beside a fountain clutching one card tightly. What does yours say? My daughter doesn't care about me. How long have you had it? Asked Squirrel. 6 months. What happened? She moved to another city. She hardly calls. That sounds painful. It proves the card is true. Just then, a messenger hurried through the crowd. Letter from Mara. The woman opened it. Her daughter had written, I'm sorry I've been so busy. I miss you. Can I visit next week? Mara read the letter twice, then looked at her card. Spider scratched his head. The letter and the card appear to disagree. But I felt hurt for months, Mara said. Squirrel sat beside her. What are you feeling now? Confused. And what thought were you believing? That being called less often meant I mattered less. Mara frowned. So I should just think something cheerful? Squirrel shook his head. I don't think pretending helps. A vendor rushed over with cheerful replacement cards. Howler read them. These feel suspicious. Spider handed them back. We are not shopping for decorations. Squirrel became quiet. What is this for? At the edge of the market stood an empty booth with one sign, Choice. Behind it sat an old woman beside an empty chair. What do you sell? Spider asked. Nothing. Howler nodded. A strong business model. The woman smiled. I help people notice that a thought is something they can keep or question. Mara held up her card. But this came from what happened. Is your daughter moving away the same thing as I do not matter? Mara was silent. No. Then something happened, and your mind gave it meaning. Mara looked at the letter again. I believed the meaning so long it felt like the event itself. Squirrel nodded. That happens. The old woman pointed to a basket. Thoughts I am willing to question. Mara hesitated, then placed her card inside. Nothing flashed. No bell rang. The hurt did not vanish instantly. But her face softened. I can choose another thought. What one? Asked Spider. I don't know yet. Squirrel smiled. Maybe willingness comes before the replacement. Around them, villagers began examining their cards. A baker held, I always fail. Always? Asked Howler. Well, no. A boy held, no one wants to hear my ideas. Spider sat beside him. I do. One by one, cards went into the basket as painful thoughts were recognized simply as thoughts. Squirrel picked up a discarded card. I have to know what happens next. He laughed softly. That one knows me. Do I want to keep choosing this? He placed it in the basket. Howler found, I must be taken seriously. Spider stared at him. Howler sighed. Fine. Into the basket it went. Spider found, I should never make mistakes. He tossed it immediately. I have practical evidence against this one. Everyone laughed. Before leaving, Mara folded her daughter's letter into her pocket. What thought should I choose when the old one comes back? Squirrel considered. Maybe start with something honest. I am willing to see this differently. Mara smiled. That I can believe. The Angelteers walked toward the gate. The painful thoughts had not been destroyed. They simply did not have to be purchased again. Spider looked at Squirrel. So a hurting thought can be changed? Squirrel nodded. Not by fighting it, by noticing it and becoming willing to choose again. Howler spread his wings, less dramatic than defeating a monster. Probably more useful, said Spider. They stepped into the afternoon light. A thought arose, then another. And now there was space between them, enough space for choice. Miracle-minded practice. I can choose another thought. May we sing, rest, and dance our way home together.